Okay, guys, good morning. It's Linnea and Trace behind the camera. Say hi, Trace.
Hey.
Okay, so we did our weigh-in this morning, and I stayed the same, and Trace, I think, pretty much stayed the same.
I think I stayed the same.
Half a pound gained or something, which half a pound, big deal. So basically, we stayed the same from last week. Now, I know normally most people would get a little discouraged by that because, you know, you do a whole week of Nutrisystem and you expect to see a weight loss at the end of the week, or at least a loss of pounds. Now, the reason why we're not panicking is because we've done this before, and one thing we didn't do this time is we didn't measure ourselves, and as in like tape measure. And last time we did, and we measured a lot. We measured our necks. For me, like right above my breasts, right across my breasts, and right below them. So it was kind of like an upper chest, a mid chest, and a lower chest. And then we did our waist and our hips and our legs. So we did like our thighs and our calves, and then our arms, we just did like our biceps. So we measured a lot of stuff. And one thing we found is if we didn't lose the pounds, we usually lost inches somewhere, whether it was in our chest or in our neck or whatever.
Right.
So you want to make sure if that's really going to bother you, to do that, to take some measurements, because it'll make you feel better to know that, okay, no, maybe the pounds didn't come off, but inches did. And so, and obviously that's kind of what we're all after anyways, is to become smaller and a little bit less heavy and fit into some smaller clothes and all of that.
Or one thing you might try and do is when you first start is not only your starting weight, do your starting measurements. And then in that week, whether it's week 2 or week 10, if you have that where there's no weight change and you need some sort of affirmation there that it's all worth it, then on that week 10, you can go ahead and go through, do your measurements, and see the difference.
And see how far you've come,
Yeah.
and you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? Oh, another thing is I do recall, I think the last time we did this, getting a little bit discouraged, because I'm not going to lie, it feels good to get on the scale and see a 3-pound weight loss.
I wish we would have had that number would have
Sure.
dropped down, but again, we've been through it.
Yeah, we've been through it, and we've done this before, and I do recall calling Nutrisystem because they have like a counseling line or like a question line or whatever that you can call and talk to them if you have questions or concerns or whatever. And I do recall calling them and being kind of upset because I think it maybe had been a couple weeks where we hadn't seen a drop in weight. It was still somewhat early on, but you know, that's when people start to even get discouraged after about 3 or 4 weeks. You're just like, oh, I don't know.
I've suffered so much, and where's the results?
Exactly, yeah. And it's expensive, and you know,
Yeah.
it's just all of it. So he asked very pointedly. He said, "Are you cheating?" And I said, "No." And I think that's why I was so upset. And he goes, "If you're not cheating, you're not gaining weight because you're not consuming enough calories in this program to gain weight. So your body's either holding on to that for some reason, either retaining water, or maybe you are kind of going a little bit into starvation mode, so your body's holding on to it. It will come off. You just kind of have to trust the process." And it did. It did.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep going. Don't get discouraged. We are not discouraged by this lack of weight loss or lack of pounds. I definitely feel better, feel stronger. We'll do another kind of a 2-week update video with the two of us. So Trace will be in front of the camera with us so you can see his face. I know he's kind of behind the camera so you just hear his voice, but we're going to kind of talk about some differences we've noticed this week or within the last week or so in our energy.
Right.
and
So yeah,
our
we
moods.
couldn't measure. Our change wasn't in pounds, measured pounds, been on our energy level and just how good we feel. So
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about that. But that was the weigh-in this morning, and we'll do our day 15 vlog and food and everything in a different video. So there you go, guys. Enjoy.